Listen up, because this isn't just another video you scroll past. This is the moment where everything changes. Every second you're wasting thinking about whether this is worth your time is exactly what's keeping you from what you really want. Real investment, real support, real fuel to light your fire. Investors don't say no because they want to hurt you. They say no because somewhere in your story, your behavior, your vibe, they catch something that screams risk, but not the good kind of risk, the kind that ripples through the system and rewires reality. No. They say no because of founder traits that freeze them in place, make them run instantly. And it's time to call those out. Because knowing them means you can crush every doubt, obliterate every fear, and become the founder who commands capital not just with a pitch deck, but with power so magnetic that investors can't help but buckle. This is about what kills your chances before you even say hello. First, there's the trap of the know-it-all. This is poisonous. Investors want partners, not broadcasting machines. They want founders who listen, who absorb, who powerfully adapt, not the ones who parade around like they invented gravity yesterday and refuse to hear anything but their own voice. Being stuck in your own head, the arrogance to dismiss feedback or alternative views, that's the quickest way to lose every chance. It's ugly, it's loud, and it screams that you're predictable and fragile. Nobody wants predictable and fragile. Investors want the unexpected, unbreakable, unshakable, fiercely smart founders who know when to lead and when to lean. If you're too stubborn or too scared to question your own ideas, you've lost before you even started. Then comes the toxic comfort zone. Listen, comfort is the silent killer disguised in a warm blanket. Investors smell it a mile away. The founder who's comfortable with the status quo, who clings to what works, and tiptoes around real risks, they're the founders who never will break through. You're not here to tweak or optimize. You're here to explode the system, to make noise so loud it rewrites history. Every hesitation, every safe bet you try to pitch, it's a death sentence. Investors want pulse-racing energy, borderline recklessness, but calculated chaos that shows you're willing to burn it all down and rebuild so you come out stronger. Comfortable founders don't change the world, they fade away. There's also the dangerous fog of a victim mindset. Nothing turns investors off faster than a founder who blames everyone else, markets, systems, bad luck, for why they're stuck. Reality check: nobody owes you anything. Investors invest in owners. People who stand in front of the storm and say, bring it on. You need to own every failure, every setback, every moment you stumbled, but more importantly, show how you leveled up from it. When you talk like a victim, you sound weak, powerless, and the desperate kind. That's poison. Investors don't want your pity party. They want your battle scars and your war stories about how you turned the impossible into your starting point. Next is the paralysis caused by indecision. Nothing kills momentum faster than a founder stuck like quicksand, unable to commit. You present a plan, and then half step back, flip-flop, miss deadlines, or waggle your answers like a scared fish gasping for air. Investors feel the hesitation like a bad smell. They invest not just in ideas, but in execution. The second you show doubt in yourself, they lose hope in you. Investors want confidence wrapped in gritty realism. They want you moving fast, making calls, breaking rules, and standing tall no matter what comes next. To them, hesitation isn't just slow, it's a fatal flaw. There's also this wild card that founders often underestimate: emotional instability. Showing too much stress, anger, despair, or swinging wildly between highs and lows makes you look like an amateur on a roller coaster. Investors bet on founders who are storms in a teacup, fierce, intense, but controlled. They want fire, yes, but fire you can direct, channel, and unleash when the moment calls for it. Being emotionally unpredictable, that's like handing investors a ticking bomb with no way to defuse it. Stability and chaos, that's gold. Investors want founders who can absorb brutal pressure and still come back swinging. Another silent deal breaker is lacking a clear mission beyond money. If your pitch is all about the cash, the exit, or just scaling fast, you're missing the soul investors crave. Money is a tool, not a destination. Investors back founders who have a burning purpose, a mission that feels bigger than the numbers. If you can't articulate why your vision matters, why the world will never be the same because you dared to build, you might as well pack it up. Investors want founders who burn so bright with meaning that money becomes just a byproduct of the fire, not the fire itself. Also, watch out for the founder who is all talk and no tribe. Investors don't just invest in ideas, they invest in networks, people who bring others in powerful ways. If you're isolated, disconnected, or can't show real alliances, mentors, supporters, past customers, or believers, investors see that as a one-man show with no future. They want founders who understand this work isn't a solo climb. It's about aligning with the few who burn as you do, connecting dots others don't see, building bridges no one thought possible, no links, no backing. That's a red flag waving. Then there's the fail to prepare syndrome, flying in with vague answers, no clear roadmap, no understanding of numbers, no vision for use of funds, no real goals. Investors smell it immediately. It shows not just lack of respect, but lack of seriousness. Investors are experts in spotting who's ready to run and who's just playing. If your foundation is shaky, your vision mushy, your metrics invisible, you'll kill any chance during those crucial first minutes. Preparation isn't just about documents. It's about showing them you already live in the future you're building, and nothing is going to derail you. And here's a big one that's painfully overlooked: lack of self-awareness. Founders who can't look in the mirror, own their weaknesses, or admit what they don't know come off as untrustworthy or delusional. Investors want founders with crystal-clear self-awareness who can rally different players around their vision with humility and clarity. If you can't say what you bring to the table and what you absolutely need help with, you're setting yourself up for disaster. It's not weakness, it's strength. Knowing your limits is the starting point of real power. So, after hitting all these storms, what now? How to explode this cycle and become the founder who never hears no? First, start by embracing brutal honesty, your own. Strip away every ego trip and face your dark corners. This is your power. Investors crave realness, a founder who looks at failure not as defeat but as fuel. Second, build a tribe fiercely. Don't just network. Connect at the level of raw values, shared fire, and mutual burn. Surround yourself with the few who challenge you, amplify you, and refuse to let you settle for mediocrity. Third, own your mission like life depends on it, because it does. This isn't about money, it's about legacy, impact, shaking the foundations until they crack and give way to something new. Next, get ruthless in execution. Slow killers like hesitation, vague planning, and distraction, cut them out like dead weight. Move fast, make decisions, iterate loudly. Investors ride with the founders who treat obstacles as invitations to rewrite the rules. Fourth, cultivate emotional mastery. Train yourself to transform every punch life throws into new energy. Keep your cool when chaos hits, but never lose the fire. Being the steady storm, not the unpredictable tantrum, makes you unbreakable in their eyes. And finally, and this might be hardest, dismantle your illusions about freedom and success. Real freedom isn't comfort or approval. It's the relentless fight against conformity, comfort, the predictable safe path. Investors want founders who are done bending, done waiting, ready to burn the bridges behind them because the path forward is a wild roar into the unknown. They invest not in followers, but in those who transform their reality without permission. This is the moment to strip off every mask, every safe lie you tell yourself, and reforge your identity. If you're ready to do this, ready to be the rare flame investors feel in their bones, you're no longer one of many. You're the one they chase. No more wasting breath on the wrong traits. It's time to claim your power, stack your tribe, ignite your mission, and become the founder who doesn't beg for investment but commands it. This isn't just a strategy, it's a revolution. The investors who say yes, they don't just fund ideas, they unleash forces. And that force is you, forged in the fires of total honesty, fierce alignment, and untamed ambition. Don't let the system trap you into being just another no. Burn through every excuse, wipe out every red flag, and become unmissable. Investors don't just want your business, they want your soul. If you bring that, not just money but passion, not just ideas but warriors at your side, and not just hope but a relentless promise to remake the future, then no investor on earth will stand in your way. This is your shot to stop fading, stop waiting, and start ruling your world. So ask yourself quietly, right now, am I ready to be the founder who makes investors say yes without hesitation? Because if you are, this moment is yours. Don't blink. Don't pause. That no that haunts so many founders? Break it down. Obliterate it. Become the exception every investor will chase. This isn't just about funding. It's about freedom. Your freedom. Claim it. Live it. Burn for it.